Welcome back to the 9th Gym program, and today we're doing some TCG content. So if you like TCG content, make sure to go down to the comment section right now and say, hey, cool, I like TCG content. And if you don't, sorry. Anyway, let's get into the video today. So I'm doing an Urshifu Inteleon little deck profile real quick. I'm not gonna explain the deck too much, and then we're just gonna play some games with it just because yeah, this is my favorite deck in standard currently. It's what I've been playing the most recently. I think it's pretty good. You pretty much just play this guy, right, and then evolve into the other guy of him. Boom, the big man. This is the deck pretty much, right? You have your first attack, which is whenever it comes from your bench to your active this turn. It does 150 for one attachment, which is crazy because like one attachment, which is really cheap every turn. So that's pretty much what you do. But then we have a second attack on this big man himself, which does 120 to two different Pokemon that your opponent controls, which could be, you know, their bench guy, two bench guys, their bench guy and an active guy. And essentially you just rack up damage, right? You spread damage across their whole board, doing a bunch, doing 20 damage here and there, doing 120 damage here and there, 150. You're taking a lot of knockouts, and you essentially have kind of a slow game, early game, you know, taking 2 shots on guys, but then mid to late game, you start to have these 4 prize turns, these 5 prize turns that just push you ahead and put you into the winner's seat, and it's pretty fun. It is a kind of hard deck to play though, just keep that in mind, but it is pretty fun. And then you have your little supporting line up here. You have your basic guy, but then you also have your middle guy of Drizzile. So you go Sobble, you put him down at the beginning, and then you put down Drizzile, and then you're just searching for any trainer card, which just gets your whole deck moving every turn. And that's kind of the idea. You want to just train these guys until you get a lot of these guys at the end. The Inteleons, which just put 2 damage counters on your opponent's guy once per turn, making this 150 into 170 every turn, and then 190 if you have 2, and so on and so forth. That's the initial kind of deal of this deck. And then here's our last supporting Pokemon. Once per turn, you can search a Rapid Strike card, which could be your main guy himself. The energy that makes it go. You're retreating. You even have a supporter that lets you draw that you can search. So a whole lot of different things, and Inteleons and Sobbles. So you have a whole lot of different things that this searches. So pretty much, basically, you just want to set up an Octillery, a couple of these doodads, and then 1 or 2 of these guys as well. And then we have this guy for punching as well. You know, he hits with 1 energy if your opponent has 3 Vs in play. It's good. I mean, yeah, it's good. This card's crazy. It OHKOs Eternatus, which is one of the best Pokemon in the game, or one of the best decks in the game right now. And then we have, you know, our supporters and trainers. Anyway, that's the quick overview of the deck. Let's go ahead and play some games, right? Why not? TCG Tuesday, woo! Bam, 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 bam. All right, let's do it. Let's play some games. Alright, so we probably go second, which kind of sucks, because going first is kind of a big deal for this deck. You know, you got a bunch of evolution lines. You want to start evolving immediately. If you don't know, you can only evolve the turn after you put down a guy. It takes a turn to evolve, so deck does not want to go second. We are going second, but oh well. It's fine open. We've got a supporter. We got a good supporter. Pokemon. Maybe we'll get like a Pokemon communication or something. You know, my opponent gets a mulligan, so we'll get an extra card. Hopefully you guys aren't only VGC players watching this, you know, with not much background of the TCG game, but the TCG game is pretty fun, and I have been playing it a lot recently, so I did want to start featuring it a little bit more on the channel, right? Because, you know, it's a big deal. I like the card game a lot. I go to tournaments for the card game, not very much right now because COVID is a thing, but yeah. Hand became insane. We have the energy, a stadium, and the Pokemon communication that I would like to have had, which kind of lets our deck just get rolling right off the bat, right? I won't be able to attack immediately with like a meaningful hit because of the fact that my opponent went first, so I can't evolve. But this thing's actually weak to fighting, so we'll be able to just strafe turn 1, take a knockout right off the bat, which is going to be incredibly strong here. Putting down the Path to the Peak, negating a lot of things that my opponent has, and getting set up pretty well. You know, potentially Marnieing their hand down to a minuscule amount, but they already have only 4, which is what Marnie does. So, yeah, that'll be purely for myself. But we'll definitely be doing that. All right, so let's go ahead and PikaRom. Get this card out of my hand, and let's get a Sobble. I want to get some Sobbles going. I would like to use that research, but I don't really want to use... I don't want to lose too much here. I think it's fine. I think we're going to research. I think we're going to go for that research. So let's get a Sobble down. Boom. Put this out here so we can take a knockout. Path to the Peak as well, which is going to be big. Path to the Peak only turns off a lot of abilities. Anything that's a V, GX, anything like that. But it doesn't turn anything off for me except my Jirachi, which only comes up in Psychic matchups. So we're going to just go for a research. Right? It's a little wasteful. I know. We're losing one of our 2 boss orders and 2 evolution Pokemon that are really good. But I really wanted to get more basics down. I didn't get any more. So that's really unfortunate. Actually, incredibly unfortunate. We do have this in case my guy doesn't die next turn. But it's weak to electric, which means it's probably going to faint next turn. Does this have to switch? It doesn't have to switch, so we'll just do that. Alright, well, we'll just strafe. Take a big knockout here, or actually a very small knockout, not switching out. And we'll just get a prize card. Boom! 1/6 of the way through the game. If you don't know how Pokemon TCG works, essentially, the name of the game is to take 6 knockouts. And certain Pokemon will take additional knockouts. So this Pokemon that I have is a big boy, 220 HP, more than, their 60 HP. So this is 2 prizes. You want to take 6 prizes. The big men are 3 prizes. This guy's 2 prizes. So that's kind of the name of the game. We just want to punch through up to 6 guys. And taking a knockout every turn is kind of ideal. So it's kind of ideal that we did that. I didn't see what that was, what that Luxray does. I have no clue. I've never seen that Pokemon card in my life. Probably from the newest set. 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. That sucks. That's all you're doing? Cool. Alright, so he does have dolls, though. These are annoying, dude. This counts as no prize card. So, like, when you kill that, you don't take a prize card. It just sucks. It's just really, really bad. Alright, so we're going to get a VMAX going. Big boy. Let's get the big boy right out in the open, right? Boom. We got him. Now, here's where my deck would be insane, because I could equip this and then take 2 knockouts here, and it would be absolutely ridiculous. But my opponent has this Pokemon, which is a silver bullet for my deck. It says I can't deal damage to their benched Pokemon, which is kind of the whole, spiel of my deck. So it's really unfortunate. Fortunately, we do have an escape rope and the means of switching back out. So that's what we're going to be going for here. Escape ropes makes my opponent switch out, which we can knock out any of these 3 Pokemon. So whatever they bring out, we have an answer for right off the bat, which is incredibly strong. And he actually brings out his Mew, which is a bad play by my opponent, because I'm just gonna switch out and take this big prize knockout here. Boom. And now I'm gonna be able to take it out. But first we're gonna Drizzile, search our deck for an item, get a little bit more stuff going, Karina's Focus out, do a lot of damage here. So let's search a trainer card. Here I have a lot of options. I want to get more basics down, because then we can get more stuff going right off the bat. I'd like to get a Remoraid potentially. So we could just search for a Quick Ball, which will let us draw more as well. So I think that's what we're going to be going for here. Do not need the Jirachi in this matchup. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves a Remoraid. And then we have Octillery potentially next turn. Go ahead and focus for 3 draws. And we got an Octillery for next turn. So that's pretty cool. And we got this for our Inteleon next turn. Now this is unfortunate, because he's going to be able to take a big knockout this turn, hitting 100 onto here and 160 onto either one of these. So he'll take out one of my benched Pokemon this turn, which is unfortunate. But we will take a knockout on his Mew, which is good, and he won't knock out this, so next turn I'll be able to hit 120 in 2 places, which can potentially, if he puts down another thing, bring out the Luxray, and then take a double knockout. So that's kind of the plan. But we're taking a double knockout here regardless with Zeraora. So if he puts down something like a Shinx, then we're taking a double knockout, which would be insane, put us right to 1 prize card, and then, the next turn we just win the game with Boss's Order. And that's kind of what we're hoping to do here. So he did put down a Shinx, which means we're taking that big knockout. He will knock out one of these 2. So he goes for the Drizzile, which makes sense. That's fine. I did not want him to take that Pokemon out, but still taking this big turn here. We got an Octillery down. Go ahead and pitch this other Octillery. We only need 1 Octillery most of the time. I do kind of want to get a second big man setting up here. What's more important though? Sobble? Probably Sobble. Yeah, let's just get a Sobble. That'll give us probably game the next turn, because we can search boss even if he Marnies me. So that way we'll kind of just get there no matter what. We will put down this Rapid Strike energy. And Karina's Focus again, right? Draw 3. Pretty good day. It is a little unfair that we're just winning by weakness, but that's the game. You got a fighting Pokemon. There's no ground in this game, if you guys didn't know that. There's no ground in this game, so ground is fighting. So fighting is super effective against a lot of electric Pokemon, which is kind of interesting. Not very cool, but it's good. It's good for me personally. That's why when we play against a psychic deck, We use this guy, and we're just like, hey, no weakness, bud. Get out of here. So my opponent has to switch into this, but we already have Lysander in hand, or boss order, which essentially just lets us switch their Pokemon we pick. So if he puts any Pokemon on his bench that isn't this, and we want to take it out, we just switch it out and kill it. That's the plan. He's going to get an Oricorio GX that lets him draw 3 cards here. Unfortunately, I don't believe there's a way for him to win this game, because we just attack with this guy next turn, as long as the VMAX is in our deck, which I believe it is. It's just we just win here. So we'll bring out the Sobble. We'll go ahead and search ourselves all the pieces that we need. So Evolution Incense gets us this last piece we need. Boom. Got that guy. We put down the energy. And then we Octillery. Search for the free retreat card. Lets us retreat right into that with Sobble. And then we take the knockout. Boom. Boom. And that's game 1. Okay. We're playing best of 1s, of course, because we're just playing online rank ladder. So there's no best of 3. I don't know why I said that's game 1. But yeah, we did win. So that's cool. That's the first game of the day. First game of the vid. Yeah. That's pretty... I mean, that showed off what the deck does, right? It takes multiple knockouts on a turn. And then you have to get through the Bench Barrier Mew. And other than that, it's pretty standard stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I do enjoy the deck a lot. I think the Inteleon engine is really, really good. And the Urshifu engine is very good. I mean, it's solid. It's obviously very good. We do actually... I do actually have enough coins for a pack. So we're going to open a Chilling Reigns pack at the end of this, by the way. So stay tuned for one pack opening. One online pack opening, guys. I won the coin flip. So we get to go first. So this game, we get to go first, which is pretty insane. See if my opponent has, like, you know, what they're playing. I did open the Galar Bird, which is not really what I want to open, because it's really only here for, like, for Eternatus decks. Like, that's kind of why I play it. It is a good attacker on its own sometimes, but yeah. I mean, it hits 170. We hit 150 with our main strat, so it's not really, like, too relevant, but it's fine. Anyway, let's get into this. So Path to the Peak actually turns off my Zapdos effect as well, which is really interesting. We're playing against PikaRom, which is another deck that is weak to fighting. So that's cool. I had a terrible opening, so we'll go ahead and Path to the Peak here, and we'll just put this energy on and pass. It's not a good opening. But we do have Marnie or Research next turn. But the reason this is so bad is because I don't have the Urshifu to put down to evolve next turn. So missing that evolution means we can't bring this guy out next turn, and we have to attack with Zapdos V, and my opponent just took off the energy. So this is really, really bad for my for me right already. But my opponent's a Goober, and this lets him draw a full new hand, and it's negated by Path to the Peak, and they put it down without even looking at Path to the Peak. So that was bad for my opponent. Very, very bad. We will go ahead and research, though, draw a whole new hand. So hopefully we draw some basics. How did I not get Urshifu? I did get Quick Ball, which gets us to it, but it's really unfortunate because I did not want to draw. I didn't want to have to pitch any of these cards. I don't want to pitch any of these cards, to be honest. Well, Lysander's crazy next turn. Boss Order is crazy next turn. So we'll just discard the Marnie. We'll get ourselves a Urshifu. Bring it out. Boom, pow. Put this guy down. Put this guy here. And that's the turn. Right? It's got Stealthy Hood, which lets it attack through anything. We don't have anything that's going to matter for us, so it's not even really worth bringing up. Let's see if my opponent drew a supporter. Because if they didn't, then... well, that's just unfortunate. My opponent has very good luck. I hope they just pass, though, because that's, like, insane that they really hit both heads on Crushing Hammers. If you don't know what this card does, it says negate a turn, essentially, a lot of the time. Pretty stupid. We didn't draw a playable card. Can I draw a playable card? Okay, no playable card, so that's really unfortunate. My opponent is also not drawing playable cards, though, so that's also unfortunate for them. But it's worse for me, because I am me, and they are them, and I don't care about them. Cutthroat. I'm ruthless. They bricked again! Alright, cool. Fair enough, fair enough. I still can't attack, though. Cool. Can't do anything. We're gonna escape rope, and then attack with this. No, we're gonna attack with Sobble. We're gonna get more basics up here. That's fine. Go ahead and escape rope. Boom. Bring out probably the Dedenne. No, probably the Tapu Koko, because he's thinking, oh, I should have done this first. Oh well, it's all good. We'll bring out the Sobble, and we get to attack with Sobble. Doesn't do damage, but it does get us, you know, more benched guys, which is good. I kind of want just all the Sobbles, because then if we draw any Pokemon or any search of Pokemon, then we get to just start running away with the game, right? Will they draw a playable card, or will I draw a playable card? He drew a playable card. That sucks. All right, well, that's really unfortunate. But Marnie does give us a new hand as well, so I'm not, like, super mad. And actually, we got full playable hand off of that, so it's not too bad. Chaotic Swell's really obnoxious here, though, because I really needed that Path to the Peak. And he just put down a Mew Mew, which hits me for super effective, and I don't have a Jirachi or bench space for Jirachi. This is really bad. So I'm going to take a huge free knockout, and then he's going to take a huge free knockout. And it's going to be a bad time for both of us. Well, I was really hoping for me to have, you know, had the better cards here. But I didn't draw playable for multiple turns in a row. So this is really unfortunate. I'm not going to lie. This is really, really bad for me. I still could very likely win this game, but he's attacking really hard this turn. Hopefully he doesn't have any means of switching. He probably does. He has an item probably named, like, he probably has Switch or Air Balloon or something in hand, which will allow him to switch into this and then attack and take the knockout. He does have Switch, so this is really bad for me. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about this at all, so that's really unfortunate. We're not doing good this game. This game has been pretty bad for both of us, but worse for me because he's playing the game first. Okay, so we have a couple of things that we can do here. We gotta switch and then attack with this if that's what I want to go for, or we could get the big guy right off the bat. And I think that's what I want to do. And we're just gonna hit big damage onto everything. We'll hit 120 here and then take this knockout, and then next turn we just hit 150 here. I should win. I should be able to win next turn potentially. So let's go ahead and knock out that. Put down this Octillery. Might as well Karina's Focus now. Yeah. We'll go ahead and Karina's Focus now. We got the Rapid Strike energy. That's all I needed. So I need that. And then we're also going to get this last piece. Boom. And then we're going to take a huge knockout this turn. He's also going to take a huge knockout next turn. But as long as we can get to the last piece for this, I can just take out this guy the next turn. So that's going to be our play. We're going to go for a Rapid Flow here. Boom, boom. Hit 120 onto this guy. He has 270. And then next turn we hit it for 150. And boom. Game, set, match. Checkmate, brother. I believe this is check. He could Marnie me. I could draw not all the pieces. I do need 2 pieces next turn. I need the energy and the evolution for my benched guy here. And so that might not be able to happen. And he used research, so he didn't Marnie me. So I have all the pieces necessary in my hand ready to go. He has reset stamp. That's the same as Marnie. Okay, well, this is bad. I did draw an energy, so I end the switch. All right. That's everything. That's everything I need. He's Tag Bolt. He'll kill the Octillery as well. Oh, no, he needs more energy. All right, we win this turn. Bit of a nail biter, though. Bit of a nail biter. I'm not going to lie. And I could still mess this up, but I don't. I'm not gonna. All right, boom. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a VMAX. Boom. Switch into this. And yeah, that's game. That is the game. Boom. 150. Perfect math, perfect numbers, baby. We win the game. Okay, cool time. Yeah. Okay, that's like that's 2 games. 2 really good wins, actually, back to back. Against both good decks. One better than the other. The Zeraora deck is not super good. But it's cool. It definitely is cool. Actually, it's very good. It just loses to my deck too hard. Urshifu just loses to Urshifu. So that's really unfortunate. Anyway, we do have enough packs, or enough coins here for 1 more pack. So I'm going to buy 1 pack, and we're going to open it, and that's how we're going to finish this video. Let's pull a banger, right? Last time I pulled something crazy. We'll open 1 Cosmic Eclipse packs as well. So let's hope we can get a hit here, right? Boom, Cosmic Eclipse. Let's see it. Give me a cool pull so that I can end this video off. All right, cool. We got something cool. That's fine. I'll take it. It's a cool card. It's not very good, and it's about to rotate, but I think it's a cool card. Let's go ahead and open this Chilling Rain pack. Hope for a really good hit here. Maybe like one of the Calyrex guys or something like that. One of the Calyrex riders. More so the Psychic one. It's Ghost in the game. Thundurus. A lame Thundurus to end it all off. Oh well. It's a holo. It's still cool. It's still cool. We'll give it that much. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It makes a huge difference. It really does. If you like the TCG content, maybe we'll do TCG Tuesday. That's what I'm going to name this video. We'll see if it sticks. Nothing guaranteed to stick, but I do want to do more TCG content, and as well as like Nuzlocke and playthrough content. Want to do more broad Pokemon content instead of just competitive content. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely hit the subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Makes a huge difference. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Goodbye.